that originated in India. So just a little bit about it. This is like there's two drums. The left one is the bass drum. The right one over here is just a treble one, and yeah, I've been playing for about 10 years now, and thank Marissa as well. Thank you again for contacting the Toronto Tabla Ensemble, the organization I'm a part of, to just have a short performance, and yeah, just about the drum. It's a fully handmade instrument, and as you can kind of see, all of this is made by hand. Even the circle, and this is made out of skin from an animal, and yeah. So I'm just gonna do a little like performance for you all. This is like pretty native to India. This instrument, and if you haven't heard, it's called the tabla. So so yeah, I'll go ahead. That was just a little intro. And then yeah, so there's different tempos. So I'm just gonna do a little demonstration of how you can go about that. So yeah. yeah, and that's, you can kind of vary in the speeds. We usually play with a metronome, but it's like a little bit different. It's played on the harmonium. I'm not sure you heard of that, but it's kind of like a piano and kind of like a bagpipe combined together. And that's our kind of version of the metronome. I don't have it here with me, but and it sounds really great, and that's a way to keep time. And we also play with BPM, so beats per minute. So, there's like 20, 30, 50, 80. There's all these different speeds in which you can play at. And yeah, and one of the different cool things about tabla is, as you can see, I have no notes. These aren't notes. These are just like some talking points. But we play everything from memorization. So we learn something, and then we hear it. So tabla is like a language, which I think is pretty cool compared to other sort of instruments and how they play it. So we have a note. So like, if you say the word na, I'll know it. So na is like that's a na. And then we have something like ditta, that's like, and you can kind of hear it. And if my guru Ritesh Das, if you I've been learning for a while, if he says various phrases to form like a sentence, I'll know how to play it. So that's how we kind of format and how we learn our pieces. So for example, da tit tit da, right? It doesn't sound like much, but when I hear it, I hear, right? Da tit tit da, da tit tit da, right? And so all these pieces have a kind of a way to do it. So, right? So it's like da tit din naga, da tit din naga. Sounds like, but what I hear is. So when I hear something, I can kind of take it and go along with it, and that's the part that's super intriguing to me about the whole instrument. And yeah, so let's play another piece. Thank you. I like the energy in this room. It's something else. I've played probably like 20 performances this year, and this is like great. It's up there. It's probably number one. Yeah. But yeah, that was just a short demo I had, and I play the Toronto Tabla Ensemble. And if you guys want to or if you know anyone that wants to kind of learn how to play this, I remember as a kid, like with any instrument, your mom or like dad or who your parents kind of just pushing you into it, and you don't really want to go, but you kind of have to be in it. And it was like that for a little bit, but once I started enjoying the rhythm, I started using it as like almost therapy for me, right? I'm in university at Western, and in university things are crazy. You don't know who you're gonna meet, studying, stress, all that stuff. But tabla for me is like, it keeps me grounded, right? When I play, I know a sound will come, and I know and I know if I practice really hard, it'll get a sound that I like, and it's kind of consistent. So it's something that's guaranteed. It's simple. So that's what I love about it. And now my parents, they don't have to tell me to play or anything. It's just and that's pretty obvious. That's with any instrument, I guess, or any sport, anything really. But yeah, you just have to stick with it. And if you want to learn that sort of thing, you can go to our website. We have classes in London. We have classes in Toronto. We have a bunch of shows. We have 2 in November coming up. And if you want to see this, we play in a theater, but it's an ensemble. So there's like 5 or 6 different people. There's other types of drummers. There's dancers, singers, and there's like it's like a good form of entertainment. So yeah, please check us out. But obviously, thank you so much for having me on, and yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If you were looking for entertainment for this evening, I did come across Toronto Ensemble and reached out to them. And we were fortunate enough to have Shuma come here. I had the opportunity a couple weeks ago to watch them do a small performance in Springbank Park. So I knew you were in for a good show tonight. So thank you again, and please feel free to approach and ask him any questions you might have, if you're interested in learning, or if you just have any questions about the drumming itself. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. So just welcome everyone. I'm Marisa Thorburn. I'm the Executive Director of Save a Family Plan. I'm very excited to have all of you here for our 60th. We couldn't do it without you. 60 years of supporting families in India, starting small businesses, and becoming independent. I recognize many, many faces. I'm meeting a lot of new people tonight. Just can't, again, thank you enough and express our gratitude for all that you've done to make this possible. So you'll notice around the room we have different stations and displays that show different products that some of our families have made. There's a petty shop at the back, which is a very common small business initiative that some of your families may have started up. What I would like to do right now is invite all the Save a Family Plan Canada staff up to introduce yourselves. Just come forward. So this is the team. Come on over. So many of you call in quite often. I know there's a few frustrated people because we're not answering the phone right away. We're not a huge team. We're a small team, but we're supporting, we're around 5,000 families right now. So I'm just going to step away. So just start. Really proud to introduce you to, we'll start with Nelson on the end there, marketing and communications. We have Chris Ricky. She's the one that answers the phone for the most part. She does the gift processing and administration. Fairly new to our team, but not new to Save a Family Plan, is Father Marshall Metalpi. He was the executive director in the Save a Family Plan India office for 14 years, and he's now working with us on a 2-year contract as the community services director. We have Belinda Berger, who is our finance coordinator. Robin Goodyear, who has been with us for 1 week. She is our new family development donor relations. And we have Ashley Dupuy, who's the office assistant. And we have Elizabeth Elab, who's also was recently known as Elizabeth Larrabee, who just got married at the end of August, and she is our office administrator. So happy to introduce you to Save a Family Plan Canada. Thank And we're going to start off, we're going to have Bishop Ronald Fabro from the Diocese of London come up and do a welcome. So Bishop Fabro has been a supporter of Save a Family Plan for many years. We can't say enough how much we appreciate your support, even just letting people know about us, but also supporting the projects that we do. And we're very happy to have you here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you, and I'm really pleased to be able to join you as we gather together to celebrate Save a Family Plan. And I must say, I was really impressed with the way you have everything in this hall decorated now. So reminding us of the great work that Save a Family Plan is doing. I'm going to begin with a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Let us pray. All-powerful God, you are present in the whole universe and in the smallest of your creatures. You embrace with your tenderness all that exists. Pour out upon us the power of your love, that we may protect life and beauty. Fill us with peace, that we may live as brothers and sisters together. O God of the poor, help us to rescue the abandoned and forgotten on this earth, so precious in your eyes. Bring healing to our lives, that we may protect the world and not prey upon it, that we may sow beauty, not pollution and destruction. Teach us to discover the worth of all you have created, to be filled with awe and contemplation, to recognize that we are profoundly united with every creature as we journey towards your infinite light. We thank you for being with us each day. Encourage us, we pray, in our struggle for justice, love, and peace. And we ask this through Christ our Lord. Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Well, I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to be with all of you, supporters of Save a Family Plan. We, in our diocese, we support many good works, but we've had for 60 years now a very special relationship with Save a Family Plan. Early on, when it was founded, it did move here. We offered it a home in our seminary, and it's been here ever since. We haven't let them go. So it's been very close to all of us in the Diocese of London, and I think particularly because it's an opportunity for our seminarians to learn firsthand how their faith is expressed in action, because it's hands-on. The seminarians get involved in Save a Family Plan and learn about the works of justice that they will then take when they're priests in parishes and be able to speak about it with conviction, because they've experienced the work, the social justice teaching of the Church right here at the seminary. The bishops that have gone before me, Bishop Carter, Bishop Sherlock, and myself, have supported Save a Family Plan. I think for our people, they associate Save a Family Plan with an outreach to the poorest of the poor in India. Save a Family Plan has helped us to become aware of the situation of those who are poor in India, and has helped us here in Canada to hear their cries for justice and compassion. And many of us over those years have responded generously to support the works of Save a Family Plan. I first heard about Save a Family Plan long before I came to the Diocese of London. My Aunt Rose was a supporter of Save a Family Plan. And so when we were children, and she got a letter from India with the families that she was supporting, she would show us the letters, and there would be photos of the family and the children. There would be a letter explaining their situation. And what impressed me was this very personal contact that she had with the families that she was supporting. I think that created a bond, that she just wasn't sending her money to India, but she began to see that she was developing a relationship with the families that she was supporting. And I think this personal relationship was very important in helping my Aunt Rose, to see that she, by her donations, was actually making a difference in the lives of these children and these families. For us as Catholics, justice, our works for justice, our volunteering in many different worthy organizations, those works are very closely connected with our faith lives. And I think that is an important thing that we try to help our people appreciate. That their works for justice, their works in outreach to those who are poor and needy in our society, they're very much connected with our faith in God. They're not two separate things, that we go to church on Sunday, and then when we leave church on the rest of the week, we're involved in helping the needy. The two are very closely connected. Jesus calls us to follow him, to be his disciple, and he entrusts to us his own mission. And we know in the Gospels, Jesus' care for those who are poor, the lepers, the widows, the orphans. Jesus was there for them. And what is so striking in the Gospels is Jesus' very personal relationship to those who are in need. If someone was sick, even the lepers, the Gospel tells us that Jesus touched them. And so I think our growth in our own faith as Catholics is that when we do these works of mercy, when we actually are bearing witness to something much bigger than ourselves. We're bearing witness to how much God cares for those in need around us. And something important happens. That's why I think Save a Family Plan has been had such an impact on me and my own life, and I think on my aunt's life. She was the one that taught me this, my Aunt Rose, is that when we reach out to those in need, we encounter Jesus. Those in need, those who are poor, help us. We think that we are helping them. But what we learn is that they give us much more than we can possibly give them. What they give us is the human face of Jesus. They teach us the presence of Jesus through their own poverty and need. I want to thank you, all of you, for your support of Save a Family Plan, and encourage you to continue to be generous in your support to this worthy endeavor. I offer my congratulations in a special way tonight as Save a Family Plan celebrates their 60th anniversary, 60 years of dedication to our brothers and sisters in India. May God bless your work, the work of Save a Family Plan, and may your work continue to bear much fruit in the years ahead. May God bless all of you.
Thank you, Bishop. We are really excited tonight to show you the launch of our new promotional video. So a couple of years ago, we had the great honor of having Greg D'Souza, a longtime donor of Save a Family Plan and videographer, travel along with us across India to meet some of our partner families, to interview some of the partner families. Some of you may have seen.
It's not supposed to be playing.
Well, here it is.
India now has one of the world's largest and growing economies, but it also has the largest number of people living in poverty. A recent India now has one of the world's largest and growing economies, but it also has the largest number of people living in poverty. A recent United Nations Global Poverty Report estimates that over 200 million Indian people are living in poverty, millions of them children. Save a Family Plan was founded in 1965 by Monsignor Augustine Kandasel. For more than 60 years, we have been working with extremely poor families in villages in India. Our programs empower them to break the cycle of poverty and create a better future for their children. Our main program, the Family Development Program, partners a donor with a family in India. Throughout the 6-year program, that family gains valuable skills and training, leading to the start of their own small business. Each family works with their field coordinator to determine a business that matches their skills and interests and will be successful in the local economy. Some examples of family businesses are raising goats, tailoring, selling fish, and operating a salon or restaurant. Throughout the program, our grassroots field staff work closely with the families, making home visits, teaching them business skills, and connecting them to community resources and existing government programs. Our program participants empower themselves and each other by joining self-help groups and advocating for change. A strong emotional bond often develops between the donors and their partner family in India. The connection is more than a monthly donation. It's a journey throughout the duration of the program, connected by personal letters, photos, and progress updates. In some cases, donors are even able to meet their partner family when they travel to India. It is a life-changing experience for everyone involved. Our community development projects address poverty-related issues that affect health, education, and sustainable employment. Our field staff work hand-in-hand with local villagers and use local resources. Working in collaboration, Save a Family Plan designs and implements projects that address today's critical needs as well as the long-term consequences of poverty, sickness, and natural disasters. All of our programs are designed with educational and training components as well as continuing mentorship and support. This holistic approach ensures successful outcomes for the participants. Save a Family Plan's housing project supports families living in desperate conditions, often with no electricity or washroom facilities. Many families rely on an open fire for cooking. The construction of a new house offers light, running water, and washroom facilities. A secure home provides protection and stability. Our clean water initiatives make clean and safe drinking water available to impoverished families, even those who live in very isolated rural areas. Lack of sanitation in rural villages of India is deeply problematic and leads to sickness and death, especially among young children. The construction of household toilets deters the practice of open defecation, which spreads disease and dangerous pathogens. Household toilets offer a healthy alternative to walking miles in the dark to relieve oneself, safe from wild animals and other dangers. Two key components in overcoming poverty include the education of children, especially of girls, and the empowerment of women. Our education programs ensure children are off the streets and in structured learning environments. Our qualified teachers provide them with instruction in classroom and day camp settings. The students receive social skills training, peer support, and healthy snacks. Program staff also work closely with parents to emphasize the importance of education for their children's futures. Through our Women's Empowerment Program, women learn advanced professional skills in a group setting to become entrepreneurs. After graduation, each student is equipped to open her own small business. The women, many of them widows, improve their economic and social status. They gain decision-making power, increased self-confidence, and the friendship and support that come from a social network. In 1965, Save a Family Plan started with only 5 families, collecting funds to help them survive. Today, we focus on sustainable solutions that empower them to thrive. Our donors in Canada, the United States, and across the world partner with as many as 10,000 Indian families annually. We invite you to join us today in continuing our work of partnering with the poor for a just world. It is surprising just how little it costs to make such a significant difference in the lives of families in overcoming extreme poverty.
India with us, but also the time in editing and putting this together with the help of Nelson. We are also very thankful to Liz Wilson from the diocese who did the voiceover. She is a vocal coach, I believe, and a vocal actor, so professionally done. So is Liz here tonight? She didn't make it, okay. But we are hoping that we can use this promo video to reach places that we can't get to ourselves. So if you're part of any parishes or social service groups and you think they'd want to see the video as an introduction or have us come and present, we'd be happy to send that to you. So next I'm going to ask Father Marshall to come up. And he is going to present about our team in India.
Good evening to all. It is my pleasure to introduce 2 important members of the Save Family Plan India office who were meant to be part of this program. Unfortunately, due to delays in their visa processing, they are unable to be with us in person today. First, I would like to acknowledge Ms. Mary Shajan, the finance manager of Save a Family Plan India. This year, she completes 25 years of dedicated service to the organization. Her deep commitment to the mission and her compassionate service to the poor has been invaluable to our work. Although she could not join us here, we want to honor her remarkable journey and contributions. We will now present a short video tribute titled A Mother's Legacy, which captures her spirit, dedication, and the profound impact she has made over the years. Let us take a couple of minutes to recognize and celebrate her legacy.
My mother educated me with all her efforts. So she educated us and I finished my graduation. And now I got a chance. I am Mary, working in Save a Family Plan in the office as a program officer in accounts department. In my age of 10, I remember that one because my mother was a widow. I have 2 siblings, my lovely brother and cute sister. We are living in a poor our home, and also the financial condition is very backward. So one family from Canada adopted my family in India. That time we are living in a village. No, again I remember the letters writing written to benefactors. That I remember that. So my mother also kept our benefactor's photo in Holy Bible. When I took that Holy Bible, I saw this photo. Then I asked to my mother, who is these people? So she said that these people supported us in every month. This is from another country, but at that age I don't know about the country or like that. No? I know only the country India. And now I am in Save a Family Plan India in I think in program officer position. My first day I joined, that was the birthday gift for me. That was my birthday date. So I am so happy. After that, I understand about my family was the one of the supporter family family by the Savvy family. I feel what I can't explain that one because it is my birthday gift, my life gift also. Now I am happy. I love in Save a Family Plan and also the Canada people also. No, in 2017, I went to Save a Family Plan Canada to see my best second country in my life. So I stayed in one convent and I saw all my colleagues in Save a Family Plan Canada.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Father Anthony Vattaparambil, the new Executive Director of Save Family Plan India. He assumed his role in July 2025 following my move to the Canada office. Having worked closely with him over the past 3 years, I can confidently say that he brings both dedication and vision to the mission. Let us listen to him and see him. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I am Father Anthony Vattaparambil, the Executive Director of Save Family Plan India. It gives me immense joy and gratitude to greet you all on this blessed occasion. As we look back on 6 remarkable decades, I wish to express our deep appreciation to all those who have journeyed with SAFP for its great works, especially our benefactors, volunteers, and staff who have carried forward the vision of Father Gus. In India, through your support and partnership, SAFP has been working tirelessly to empower families, strengthen communities, and promote sustainable development. Each success story, whether it's a mother who becomes self-reliant, a child who completes education, or a family that rises from extreme poverty, is a symbol of compassion and generosity of our Canadian partners. For me personally, it is a blessing to be a part of this great mission. On behalf of Save a Family Plan India, I extend my heartfelt and warm wishes to all our friends and supporters in Canada. May God bless you all abundantly. Thank you very much. Happy 60th Jubilee.
Future to come. Mary is one of our greatest success stories. As you heard, her mother was a recipient of Save a Family Plan. She didn't realize that. Not only did she become head of accounting in the Save a Family Plan India office. She now has 2 children. One is in nursing in India, and the other one is at school in British Columbia. So, you know, just one of the success stories of many about how well our programs work. And Father Anthony, too, at one point we'll get a chance to introduce you to him as the new executive director over there. I'm sure you'll be hearing about him in newsletters and stories that we offer. So we are going to take about a 10-minute break, so please take a look around, see some of our displays, talk to Father Marshall about some stories about India. He'd be happy to tell you about the petty shop back there. Help yourself to some refreshments, and go back there and win some of those prizes at the back. And then afterwards, we're happy to introduce our guest speaker, honor of the evening, the president of Save a Family Plan India, Bishop Sebastian. So, see you in 10 minutes.
പോക്കറ്റിലിട്ടോ കംഫർട്ടബിൾ ആണ് ഇത് പോക്കറ്റിലിട്ടോ ഇത് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ
Bernadine. Yeah, no, I saw you in the church. Yeah. You're looking good. Continuing to teach. Yeah.
So we're running a little bit behind tonight, so I'm going to ask everybody to please come take your seats. The silent auction and raffles, or the door prize tickets, it's all closed. And we are going to start up the last piece this evening with our guest speaker. Our honor to have Bishop Sebastian here with us again this year. And he is going to finish off the night for us. First of all, I want to also thank our board of directors. I know there's a few of you here. Bernadine, Dave and Dave. I know there's Nirelli's here. And anyone who's not, the board of directors has been extremely loyal, and they've helped us all along the ways, especially this past year that was very difficult. So I just want to thank all of you for all the work that you've done for us. I told you to keep this not too close.
Yeah. Good evening. I would like to start with Bishop Sherlock. In 2002, I was invited to go back to India as a bishop, and Bishop Sherlock came to see me. And he shared with me a story which I would like to share with you. Bernadine is here. She knows Bishop Sherlock very well. It's the story of a young priest. You know, in the church, we have a Chrism Mass. When the bishop is there saying the Chrism Mass, after the Eucharistic prayer, he will say, we pray for our Holy Father, Pope Leo. Then he would say often, my own humble self, unworthy self. One of the priests heard this and he found it very fascinating. He went back to the parish and he also began to say, we pray for our Holy Father, Pope Leo, and for our unworthy bishop. So Bishop called him one day, my son, what is this? There is complaints from the parish. People are upset. Why are you saying unworthy bishop? So the young priest said, Your Excellency, this is not my making. I heard you at the Chrism Mass. So the bishop said, my son, I speak out of humility. And the young priest said, Your Excellency, you may be speaking out of humility. I speak out of conviction, So one thing I want to tell you that, I often feel that we are not worthy to talk about the poor. Because their life is so different. I live in Mandya, very close to a national highway, a farmland, small house. We have, they are Kannada people, they are Hindus. We have a 29-year-old lady there, 3 children, married when she was 15 because they don't care about the law. And this fellow is an alcoholic. So there is a constant fight in the family. So we told her to come and stay in the convent. Then he would come to the convent and create problems. So finally I decided we had to take him to a center where they help him with alcohol, So I arranged a team to come and pick him up. Knowing this, he ran away. So first attempt failed. After a few days, he came to the clinic. So I told the doctor, do something. We had to take this fellow to the center. Doctor sedated him. Then we brought the team. Then they were about to take him off, to the place. He cut his veins, and the blood was flowing. But anyway, they took him there. He was there for 5 days. He jumped over the wall, broke his knee, and he was in the hospital. You know, this is the life of the poor which is unimaginable. We have another person in the same campus. She is also 29, married very young, has 2 boys, and one boy is 15 years old and creating a pure hell in the house. We don't know whether he has taken drugs. But you know, this is a small room. And this lady can't sleep there, you know. She comes and tells us, Bishop, you know, Bishop G, what am I supposed to do, crying all the time? And the third one, you know, cleaning our house, 30 years old. Husband was an alcoholic. He died. Now, according to their custom, she can't get remarried. She's a very beautiful woman, 2 daughters. And, you know, nothing can be done. So this is the kind of a life of the poor we talk about. So I often feel, you know, what are we? We are only servants, you know, we can't do very much about it. But we continue to share the life of the poor. What you are doing right now, you are sharing in the life of the poor. And often we feel our hands are very tied. Not because of money, because there are a number of problems which we can't solve. Then you begin to trust in God. This is the main part I want to talk to you. When people are saying you need to pray for the church, what we are requesting is that our situations are so vulnerable and helplessness is there. And so God has to intervene from time to time. It also taught me we need a lot of patience working with these people. Because, you know, we have a mental patient. You know, he comes every day to our house. He comes to like to come the breakfast. He comes in the middle of the mass. And he stands there and he's asking, where is my breakfast, you know? I said, let me finish this mass first, you know, then we can have breakfast, you know. We had to deal with him day in and day out. And so, tremendous amount of patience, because when we look at some of these pictures, the people, those who are working, they need our help. They need our help not on a monetary basis. We need to pray. People in the field, you know, it is not an easy work. The world is changing. And the change I see is that one, when I was a young priest, to be a poor person means of value. You appreciated poverty. Today, it is not seen in that way. Culture is changing. So people are incriminated, you know. They are thrown to the margins. You know, when Pope Francis spoke about it, you know, his own experience in Argentina, where he comes from. He has a real feel for the poor. And this evening I had a chance to go and talk to Bishop Fabro. What we are talking about, this is something we need to pray about. See, as bishops we are leaders. But people those who are working on the ground are priests. We need to pray for the conversion of priests. Because in a world like this, they don't want to be identified with the poor. They don't want to be. Because all over the world, the church is becoming a middle-class church. People are somewhat well off. They are the key positions in the church. They decide for the church. So people are left alone, and the priests, you know, to survive often, they have to be with those people. So they are slowly distancing away the poor. We live in a church which is, you know, getting away from the poor. These are some of the struggles from the field. One thing that we do about, you know, we donate money. It is helping the family. But the problem is that one, equally important is your prayers. Where we stand and the decisions that we take. I come to believe that even a person in Canada taking a personal decision about having only necessary things affects the world of development. It may simply, a simple thing maybe, but a single person deciding something, because our world is like a web. If you are emitting love, the world becomes more loving. When you emit forgiveness, you may think that, what am I? I'm a single person. How do I affect the development? But you do. You do. As you become positive, as you become more caring, as you become more loving, the world is changing. It has tremendous implications. I remember once, when I first came, I was an opportunity to work with Father Gus. He is a saintly person, but very difficult to work with. 3 weeks after he came, he said, you go to Port Huron. I said, I don't know where is Port Huron. He said, you get in the train and tell the driver it's Port Huron. I go there, I didn't know the quarters at that time. The Canadian quarter and the US quarter is different, So the priest didn't arrive. So it's a cold wind blowing, I'm standing there, trying to make a call, and this railway master looking at me, where is this fellow from, he has no knowledge, because I'm putting this Canadian quarter, it is returning, Finally, he took me to the parish. And then the next day, priest was gone. So priest told one couple, take this priest for brunch. So in Port Huron, we are to the restaurant. As soon as they walked in, the waitress brought 2 cups, poured coffee into them. Then she looked at me, what do you want? I thought, I'm from India, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'd like to have some tea. She asked, iced tea or hot tea? So first time in my life, I'm hearing iced tea. Can you have iced tea at all? Tea is always hot. I said, I'd like to have some hot tea. Darjeeling or Ceylon, next thing. In my entire life, my mother never asked Darjeeling. She pours tea, So I thought India is very close to Darjeeling. So I said, I'd have Darjeeling. The third question she asked, milk or cream? Oh, there is some difference between milk and cream. I didn't know that. I said, I'd like to have milk. Sugar or sugar substitute? I said, I'd like to have a glass of water. I don't need any tea at all. What I'm saying is the world of choices, So many choices that we have. And it is also slowly spreading into a country like India, And we struggle with the suicides, People can't keep up. They die. Tremendous amount of mental sickness we can't treat. We stand in the middle thinking that God will help us. And I remember the first year when I went over to the Mandya diocese. All of them are Hindus, a few Catholics. So I told the bishop's house, we should make a nice crib, the Christmas time, with all the people and, the kings and the shepherds and so on and so forth. So we had the mass, and all these people stood outside the church because they don't want to come into the church because they are Hindus. So after the mass, we had a tea and coffee and cake and everything like that. We had a nice time. They are singing. Next day morning, I look at the crib. Everything is gone. Jesus is gone. Shepherds are gone. Kings are gone. So I called them, what is happening? Father, you told in the church, Mary and Joseph did not get a house. So we wanted to give them our house, So we took them away. So they have a sense of deep faith. They love Jesus, but they can't become Christians. You know why? They are a sort of a tribe. And there is no existence if they join us. So we struggle with all that. Some of them come, they want to be baptized and so on and so forth. Some of the instances I share with you, like, how we know, we have a palliative care unit. Many of these families, they don't have any place to, it's a small house. When they are sick, they are a stroke, our sister and other people go there and help them, we began to realize it's not only their sickness, they are hungry. So the people came back and said, Bishop, we not only need medical equipments and others, we need food. So we carry a kit with us. We have so many HIV/AIDS children. They come. These children, there is no smile on their face. Absolutely no smile. Because they have no hope. And they feel that they are not fit. They are not worthy to be alive. And they have no future, So we take them aside and somehow, work with them. Poverty is in a different forms, It's not only not having a house or a toilet, something like that. It's something that is very deep within. The lack of self-esteem that they have. I'm not going to survive in my life. We also bring the children for tuition. Because, they are hungry and they go to school. They don't study. So we bring them to the center and we give them breakfast, prepare them, teach them, and send them to the school. In all of that, what we do is basically, one of the authors I love very much is our Viktor Frankl, The Man's Search for Meaning. Very powerful, where this psychiatrist wanted to commit suicide. But he looked outside. One time it was heavy snow. After 3 weeks, he looked again, and he could see the flowers blossoming up. And he thought, there is a meaning for life. You all are part of this. You are part of providing this meaning. It is more than providing something, This is the ultimate search in human person's life. And I often feel, this is my deep conviction. All our priests, they are in a high position, they are. Not in the sense of high. They are able to reach to the people. And I continuously pray for occasions, not to fill our seminaries. But, they have a key role they can play. Sisters, good number of them in India, their numbers also are declining. We have PV sisters here, They're so happy they have come. They do a tremendous job. They are reaching out. What they do most profoundly is that they are there in their house. They sit down and they listen. See, the Holy Father was talking in the mind of the church. He was not talking about the decisions alone. We have visitors here. Lovis has come. Paula had come. Francis had. So many people here. Your coming meant a lot to people. That you care. Probably you thought, it's a long trip. It's 14 hours from Dubai to Toronto. Long trip. You made it through. And for them, it was a bright light, I remember taking Marisa first time in 1990, I think, Marisa? Yeah. So we went to a house, and she was a widow, 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. I didn't know Marisa very well at that time. So that mother said, I'm working very hard, Marisa. And one child is going for nursing. The second child is good for pharmacy. And the third one, he is not very bright. So I put him with a local priest, Hindu priest, so that he may become a priest eventually. So Marisa looks at me, no wonder, you are a priest also, Not very bright, that's what he meant. You remember that, Marisa? You are right. I want to conclude. I think Father Gus was known as a 2% man because he never allowed the organization administrative expenditures to go beyond 2%. He is in heaven. I think he would love Marisa for making it a very humble celebration, trying to get as much money from you than spending any. that she does many tricks, like that. She has the spirit of Father Gus. I don't blame her. Thank you. And for Lois, and we have a lady from India who has become, she still left, Nurali. She's left, yeah. Thank you for the board. Thank you, everyone. Finally, I want to say it is a hopeful place. I always love the book of our Anne Frank. At the end, she says, 14 years old, dying at the hands of Hitler, lived on an attic for many days, just a basin for her primary needs. And the family fed her and she couldn't move. Then after a few years, they found a few scrambles of paper in the attic. They gathered and printed it. And Frank concludes by saying, I believe in the goodness of humanity. You symbolize the goodness of humanity. We want to thank the London Diocese for welcoming Father Gus. Almost some 55 years ago, his health was not good. Primary reason was Father Ryan, who went and spoke to Cardinal Carter, Cardinal Carter never knew what he was getting in, but he knew it soon, Father Gus. We were in the basement. We remember John Sadowski for many years was the finance officer of Save a Family Plan. Laura Sadowski, she is 98 years old, still alive in the city. We wanted Janice to come. He worked many years. Janice's husband is a priest in the Catholic Church here in the London Diocese, Fred Howard Smith. Many board members, especially Father Ryan. Father Ryan wanted to be here for the Mass, but could not come. He had a hip replacement. But he came to India. And he came to my family. My nephews, they were very fascinated by him, They often ask me, why don't you become a priest like him, quite bright and good, Father Ryan made such an impact for young people. Father Ryan was he's something, He was in Peru and he would carry the load of mud and all the kinds of things. He's a theologian. At the same time, he didn't have any problem working. And Lois, how many times loved India? 31 years, Why don't we give a clap to Lois? Traveling so many times. We have Carolyn Bukaboom, Which year you came? Carolyn? 96, We are so grateful to you. They still remember you. Working with the children in Tamil Nadu and coming to Kerala. And husband is from India, he said. Yeah. So many people. I also grateful to Bernardine is here, Bernardine Ketlars. Bernardine is the one who wrote the letter for Bishop Sherlock, which was at that time, Canadian immigration was a bit more easy on people, Got it through, and all the correspondence. And actually, this was a small plan. It all grew because of Bishop Sherlock. Bishop Sherlock came there and he visited the area, came back and wrote a letter which became very popular, And Bishop Sherlock came there and, Kochi where he stayed is known for mosquitoes, And he is very good with the cigar, And at 3 o'clock in the morning, he could not sleep. So he pulled the blanket, covered himself, and smoking the cigar, And the Archbishop came forward for something, and he saw only the smoke coming out. That Archbishop was sick for 1 week, down with fever, He was frightened, That was Bishop Sherlock, He was a fantastic man. Came a few times, Finally came and preached retreat for priests. Very kind, very generous. We remember everyone. And finally, I want to acknowledge in my own very personal life, this library has been a tremendous support. Library forms us, and you have a fantastic library here with many theologians who are highly progressive. And also the Mass in the small chapel, which was a great blessing. And support of all the priests here, starting from Father Patforth, Bishop Henry just was moving out. And PB sisters, very prayerful. And even supporting us. for Willie Van Klooster, a great friend of mine. We were in the same support group. And all of you, and the board members, Dave, Mary, all of you, thank you and God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Bishop. Next, I would like to invite up Bernadine Kettler. So this year we decided to have a Monsignor Augustine Candathil Social Justice Award. So we asked people to nominate a donor of Save a Family Plan, friends, family, someone who has shown the spirit of social justice through the work that they do, through the volunteer work that they do, just for the person that they are. So we have Bernadine here today to let us know, to announce who the winner is.
When I received the email asking for nominations, I think it took me 30 seconds to figure out who I was going to nominate. I had the privilege of knowing Frances Thilade for the past 35 years or so, maybe even longer, but she was always there for me. But what I've noticed about Frances over the years was that as Father or Bishop Sebastian was talking about how one person emits so much, Frances was that one person in my life who truly emitted justice, love, patience. She was there for us all. She was running around at all hours trying to meet our needs. And through it all, she was always in touch with the Save a Family Plan office. She supported their work. She promoted their work. She was always volunteering, even while her husband was in hospital. She would come, spend some time, share her stories, be able to spend some time and receive comfort from her friends at the Save a Family Plan office. So it is my pleasure and my honor to congratulate Frances Thilade for receiving the Monsignor Gus Candathil Social Justice Award.
I'm truly honored to get this. I did find out on Monday that I was receiving this award. I would have been stunned otherwise. I would have been looking over my shoulder thinking, me? I was surprised, but I'm deeply honored. I just want to talk a little bit about my first trip to India with Lois, which was in 2003, and just to show you the integrity of this organization. We first went to Gujarat because in 2001 there had been a devastating earthquake in Gujarat, and Save a Family Plan had a special appeal to rebuild a particular village in Gujarat, which Lois had traveled there to India beforehand and with another person, and they traveled around and they found this one particular village, Motavanara, which they agreed to, was it 50 houses, Lois? So when we got there, after an earthquake or after a natural disaster like that, there's all kinds of pledges from around the world, organizations, governments saying that they are going to help with the rebuilding. There was a large sign outside of this little village. I forget what the organization was or even what country it was, promising what they were going to do. Other than the sign, there was nothing. But you go into this little village, and Save a Family Plan had built 50 houses. And these houses, they all on the corner of them, they had SAFP and a number. So you could walk around and you could see that they had fulfilled their pledge. They built 50 houses. So Lois and I were there. There was an inauguration of a school that was also built. but just the integrity. There was no flash, no big sign, no bragging about what they were going to do. They just did it. They did it quietly. They did it humbly. And that is what Save a Family Plan has always been. And I'm just, I knew Father Gus, because I worked here at the seminary for 42 years in the library. So I knew Father Gus, and I knew, when the organization first started, it was Father Gus and Laura Zadorsky in this little, closet of an office. There's probably, walk-in closets that people have that are larger than their first office. But it just grew slowly over the years, and those small steps add up. And I think that's what we're seeing here tonight. And so I want to, again, just say thank you for this award. We've had a lot of fun over the years. We've done different things to raise money for Save a Family Plan. And it's just been wonderful to be part of this. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations, Francis. We are running a little bit behind. My apologies. I'm just going to invite up Lois Cote, as many of you know, president of Save a Family Plan Canada, and has been for over 20 years, just to say goodnight, and then we will be announcing the winners for the silent auction.
Do I have to hold this? This I know, but, oh, I can hear. Okay, I was going to individually thank each person who made this evening a memorable one, and a one filled with so much love. But you'd be here for another hour or so, so I have mercy for you. So I'm just going to say thank you to all who came. Thank you to all who spoke and told us a little bit more about Save a Family Plan and the wonderful work it does. It's wonderful seeing so many of you. Some I haven't seen for years, and it's nice to regroup again. I'm delighted that Frances has received this honor. She certainly deserves it in spades. And I also want to thank especially Bishop Fabro. I know that in a month or so, or this month, you turn to that magic age that says retirement, although I don't know if that's a part of your, going to be a part of your life as a priest. And to take the opportunity to wish you a happy birthday on that magic day. I also want to do as well to say thank you to St. Peter's Seminary for taking us in and giving us the stability that we would need, any organization needs to be able to do its work. I'm thinking of what you said, Bishop Fabro, that here one man who said yes, never knowing how this would work out, how surprised he would be, 60 years later that we're still standing on 2 feet and working with the wonderful people in India and here. Such a great privilege. And it's good to be reminded that we're all being asked and to do certain things, and what is going to be our answer. It marks us for our whole life. So, wish you, all of you, that every day will be a day of joy, even in the midst of suffering. It'll be a joy, as the bishop has said, entrusting our lives to God, who will take us where we need to go. So thank you. Oh my goodness.
So Thank you, Lois. I also want to give a shout out to Elvin for doing our live streaming, Elvin for doing our photography. Thank you, everyone, for coming, being part of our 60th anniversary, being part of this fantastic organization. Hope you enjoy your night. I'm calling Robin up to announce the winners of the silent auction.
Should we do the door prizes?
Door prizes first.
Okay, I get to do the fun job. Okay, so the winner of the purse from India, the door prize, is Catherine Ann George. So, yay! So you can come and collect your prizes from the back at the end of the night, okay? The mini cornhole, the winner is Bernadine. Yes. The winner of the scented candle is Elvin. Great. The winner of the skincare is Heather T. So you can go to the back. The flower candles, the winner is Dave D. The candle trio goes to Louise B. The bracelet goes to Francis. Yay. The winner of the trinket box is Daniel L. And the last door prize, the plant holders, go to John S. So again, you can just collect the prizes whenever you're ready to leave. And now on to the silent auction. The reversible tapestry made in India goes to Paula. Yay. The sweets and treats gift basket, Bernadine again. The Muskoka chair print is for Catherine Ann. The circular Indian handicraft goes to Dan L. The wooden serving set made in India goes to Catherine Ann George. The handbag from India, Catherine Ann George. Okay. The handmade walking stick, the black one, goes to Dave M. The Indian bazaar basket goes to Paula. The decorative wall hanging goes to Jacqueline T. All right. The all dressed up with somewhere to go basket goes to Mary C. The family pass for 4 to the Children's Museum and Dairy Queen Blizzard Treats goes to Francis. The 2 tickets to the Grand Theater production of Primary Trust goes to Bernadine. The Wine and Dine gift basket is for Diane D. Okay. The 4 climbing passes to Junction Climbing Gym to Tom Thorburn. The Typhoon Restaurant gift card goes to Jacqueline T. The Spooktacular Halloween basket goes to Maria S. The Toronto Escape package to Tom Thorburn. Hey. The date night gift basket goes to Diane D. Okay. The handcrafted walking stick with the brass tip goes to Rose White. And the Downtown Dollars gift basket, again, goes to Catherine Ann. Thank you, everybody.
again, thank you for all of you who participated on the silent auction. Thank you for all of you that made donations tonight. Thank you all of you for your ongoing support of Save a Family Plan and supporting those families in India in greatest need. So have a good night. Thank you again. Hope to see you again at our next anniversary.